Hello everybody, thank you for watching. I'm speaking about a very interesting topic about the alien deception, how it all started before the flood and how it will manifest in the near future and all soon. Chapter 6 of Genesis, before the flood, it says, "Now it came about that when the men started to grow in number on the surface of the ground and the daughters were being born to them, then the sons of the true God began to notice the daughters of men, that they were good looking, and they went taking wives of themselves, namely all whom they chose. After that, God said, Yahweh said, my spirit shall not act toward man indefinitely, in that he is also flesh. Accordingly, his days shall amount to 120 years. Says the Nephilim, or giants, proved to be in the earth in those days, and also after that, that when the sons of the true gods, that's the fallen angels, which were the sons of the true God, continued to have relations with the daughters of men, and they bore sons of them. They were the mighty ones who were of old and of men of fame. This is it. Consequently, God saw that the badness of man was abundant in the earth, and every inclination of the thoughts of the heart was only bad all the time. So yes, it shows that before the flood, apparently 200 angels came, according to the book of Enoch, I think it is, the book of the giants. They saw that the women were beautiful on the earth and had relations with them, and according to this, before the floods, they bore children that became giants. You know, it says here of men of fame. It says here of mighty men of fame. Now, Hercules might have been one of them. Well, according to that, they also, what do you call it? So God saw how bad it was, and in chapter 6 of Genesis, verse 11, and the earth came to be ruined in the sight of the true God, and the earth became filled with violence. And God saw the earth, and look, it was ruined, because all flesh had ruined its way on the earth. You know, these fallen angels mixing with human women defiled his creation. And in verses 17 of chapter 6, as for me, here I am bringing the deluge of water upon the earth, to bring to ruin all flesh, which the force of life is active upon under the heavens. Everything that is in the earth will expire. So yes, he brought a deluge to destroy these giants, Nephilims, the offspring of the fallen angels, because they had corrupted all flesh, as it says here. And then it says here, one or 200 wicked angels that mixed with women and caused these giants were locked away in the abyss. After the flood, it seems that the Bible shows that they were still around in the time of Moses. And it says in Genesis 6 verse 4, it says there, and Nephilim proved to be in the earth in those days, and also after that. And also in Numbers chapter 13, verse 30 on, this is in the time of Moses, after the flood, and Joshua. And in the book of Numbers 13:30, Caleb silenced the people who were complaining against Moses, and said, we should attack now and take the land. We are strong enough to conquer it. But then the men who had gone with Caleb said, no, we are not strong enough to attack. The people there are more powerful than we are. So they spread false reports among the Israelites about the land they had explored. They said that land doesn't even produce enough to feed the people who live there. everyone who saw, everyone we saw was very tall, and we even saw giants there, the descendants of the Anak. We felt as small as grasshoppers, and that is how we must have looked like them. See, they felt small as grasshoppers, and they were, it says here, giants. We saw giants, the descendants of Anak, which are the giants. So these were the children of the giants still surviving after that. These giants that died in the flood, they became disembodied spirits of today, but because they were half human, half flesh. But the ones that remained, the sons of Anak, the sons of the giants, became the gods of the ancient past. For instance, we have Mesopotamia and Samaria. As you can see here, an ancient Sumerian tablet, about 4,000 years before Christ, and you can see these giants that was revered as gods. See the giant sitting down? This tablet is actually known as the tablet of the seated giant. And again, this is an ancient stone glyph, hieroglyph, depicting a story about the Anunnaki. Do you see the link? Anak in the Bible, Anunnaki sounds the same to me. And apparently, according to Zechariah Sitchin, it inhabits planet Nibiru. And also, what do you call it? Sumeria is meant to be the world's first civilization. Apparently these Anunnaki, or fallen ones, giants, hybrids, gave them knowledge and wisdom. And it also, they give them the first written language, was on cuneiform, written cuneiform. These Anunnaki were from the fallen ones, fallen angels. So this is Luciferian, from Satan's wisdom that they gave these ancient Sumerians. Advanced technology and knowledge wasn't from God. And also in ancient Egypt they were viewed as gods as well. You can see by this ancient Egyptian skull that a lot of the ancient pharaohs were actually hybrid, or from the bloodline of these giants, so half human, half giant bloodline. All royalty has this, bloodline of this fallen angels. As you can see, the elongated skulls, some of the pharaohs' heads were like that, elongated. And they also mixed with the ancient Egyptians, these fallen ones, and gave them advanced technology. As you can see, the ancient Egyptians had these very, very advanced pyramids that no one can mimic today, as well as, as shown in this ancient hieroglyph of Seti I between 3 and 5,000 BC. It's Abydos. It shows some sort of helicopter, a plane, or some sort of spaceship. It proves that the ancient Egyptians had these so-called ancient gods, or giants, hybrids, give them advanced technology, as you can see from this, and also from other ones like that, and from this hieroglyph. It's so obvious there's a flying saucer in this ancient hieroglyph. And also this one over here clearly shows some form of astronauts with helmets, alien visitors, what, hybrids. This is ancient Tele papyrus, which is about 14,800 BC. And what it says is, during Thutmose III's reign in ancient Egypt, this papyrus document, the Tele papyrus, shows details of an arrival of ancient astronauts. But as I'm going to make it clear, these astronauts are just the Nephilim or giants hybrids or the fallen ones. And it says, actually shows the detailed arrival of ancient astronauts or sky gods. It's all written in detail of this mass UFO sighting that took place in ancient Egypt in 1480 BC during Thutmose III. And what they say, they see these fiery circles, so numerous to count, and brighter than the sun. And these are the same, fallen ones that gave these ancient people the advanced technology. And it's the same ones that helped them build the pyramids. It's the same ones that were the gods of ancient Egypt. Osiris, Isis, Horus. They're the ones that were the ancient gods of the Central America, all the Norse gods, or and the Central American ziggurat pyramids. They're the ones that helped build them. They're the ones in ancient. They're the very same ones of these hybrid gods or Nephilim of ancient mythological Greece. Zeus and Poseidon and all these things.